And why interject race before you get any information? To me, let me just say this, and I know people gonna clip this and get, and I don't care. I really feel this way. I'm getting sick of black people. Right? I like the black people like me and others that are conservative, that's smart, but the rest of y'all, I'm sick of y'all. It's hard to even want to be around black people, to be honest.
Allow me to present to you the species genesis of Rhacotis raccoonus. And for those of y'all whose Latin is a little rusty, that's a rocket raccoon. And Officer Tatum here is also from the subset of Swallow-Massicus glizzi. And for those of you all who are a little rusty on your Latin, it basically means the species that keeps master's glizzy on the back of their throat for master's edification. Yeah, that's what it means. Now, I know you're asking yourself, T. Nathan, what is this self-loathing, self-hating, rocket raccoon, glizzy swallowing a master, white supremacist apologist talking about? Yeah, I know you're asking yourself that. Well, he is lubricating his throat for his white supremacist following by downplaying the depth of Nolan Wells. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Let's continue to listen.
Even want to be around black people, to be honest, because you try to give them a pass, you try to be nice, you try to say not every black person's like this. Yeah, no, people on TMZ ain't like this. Oh man, this person ain't like this. This person, man, they son done got killed and they pushing racism. This is the thing that bothers me. Like, we don't know what happened. They don't know what happened. They're doing an investigation. There was black kids there with him too.
Officer Tatum is a rocket raccoon extraordinaire because he takes the shucking and jiving, buck dancing, glizzy swallowing of master to a whole new level. Talking about there were black people there too, but he went to the island, Nolan Wells, with a group of his white friends, not black people. And he proceeded not to come back to shore with the white friends that took him out there. But of course, Master's operative there must put the blame on anyone but Master's children, because that's what rocket raccoons do. And of course, these rocket raccoons have to do all of this with a side order of self-loathing and self-hating. And he calls himself a former police officer, but he's cutting off avenues of investigation because they offend his white supremacist base.
White folks ain't worried about y'all like that. They doing their own thing. Every single white environment that I've been involved in, it ain't no drama. Nobody shooting, nobody stabbing, nobody hating on you, nobody doing none of that. White people doing their own thing. You put a bunch of black people together and they acting a fool. And I'm not saying it's every black person, but it seems like it's more prevalent than it is not. And I'm tired of it.
See, rocket raccoons don't accept that they're black, and I don't accept they're black either. So when he says you all, he doesn't see himself as black, and it works out well because we shouldn't see them as black either. Now, all this safety he was talking about in white schools, let's talk about it. Now, between January of 1966 and May of 2026, there were approximately 202 mass shootings in the United States. Of these mass shootings, 115 of the shooters were white, 43 of the shooters were black, 19 were Hispanic, 13 were Asian, and 9 were Middle Eastern North African, and 3 were Native Americans. So understand that all the other group combined does not even begin to come close to the number of white people who have conducted mass shootings. And of course, the mass shooting place of choice, schools. Yeah, so much for that safety when they get together, right? And we could actually talk about addiction. Among white Americans, young adults aged 18 to 25 had the highest rate of addiction than every other racial group. Yeah, you can't make this up. But facts don't matter to the rocket raccoonus species because they're only keeping their throats lubricated for Master's Glizzy at all times. Yeah, that's their job. Glizzy swallowers. And this is a glizzy swallower extraordinaire. You can't make this up. And if you feel some kind of way about me calling this buck dancing rocket raccoon a glizzy swallower, you're a glizzy swallower also. Now have the day you deserve. Peace.